Today we're diving into the latest tech, Tesla, and EV news, including Tesla's revival of the $25,000 EV and the refreshed Apple Vision Pro, the Tesla's new milestone at Giga Texas, and more, so let's dive right in. First up today, Tesla's major new facility right now is their Giga Texas plant. They've relocated their headquarters to Texas, and it stands as their biggest factory. It was intended for a lot of extra space to build future products, and we'll see what it ends up overall developing into. But right now, it's building the Model Y and the Cybertruck. Tesla shared a recent achievement for this plant, stating, "Congratulations to the Giga Texas crew for producing 500,000 cars. This achievement marks a milestone since their first delivery occurred on April 7th of 2022. This was the initial customer delivery of the Model Y, which at that time included 4680 battery cells delivered at the Cyber Rodeo event. Since that time, they reached a milestone of 10,000 Model Ys by September 2022, 3,000 a week by December 2022, and 5,000 a week by May 2023. And then in mid-2023, the plant's 4680 cell production reached 10 million battery cells, supporting structural battery packs at that time. On November 30th, 2023, the Cybertruck line began its deliveries from Giga Texas, which added layers of complexity due to the steel body forming and new manufacturing steps. Between April and mid-October of 2025, Giga Texas manufactured 100,000 units, averaging about 15,000 units per month during that time. Overall, it's an impressive ramp. When compared to Giga Berlin, which achieved 500,000 units in about 3 years from its first deliveries in March 2022 to March 2025, this is quite significant. Giga Shanghai, of course, was the faster of the two. It managed to hit the milestone of 1 million vehicles by August 2022, which was less than 3 years after its first delivery in December 2019. A major development we should anticipate from this factory soon is their unboxed assembly process, which will certainly be intriguing. This is quite different from their Fremont factory, as they purchased a factory there and have had to adapt and expand it in various ways over the years. Next up today, it has only been a few days since we first encountered the new Model 3 standard and the Model Y standard. The reason these models are such a big deal is that they have been heavily promoted by Tesla for a considerable amount of time. We first learned about the official concept of a $25,000 electric vehicle from Tesla during their 2020 Battery Day event. This EV was going to be made possible by those cheaper battery cells, and Elon stated it would be fully autonomous. But things changed over the years, and they kind of had this whole restructuring of this cheaper EV project into the Cybercab. The Cybercab is what will use that unboxed assembly process, is supposed to be that cheaper vehicle and much more, but it does not have a steering wheel or pedals. Thus, Tesla has put the NV91 project on hold, leaving it idle at their headquarters. Instead, they decided to pivot towards making cheaper iterations of the Model 3 and Y. I think it's a smart strategy to produce these lower-cost versions of the car, but the Model Y now begins at $40,000. However, a new rumor suggests that Tesla might actually be resuming the development on that previously canceled vehicle. A source close to Tesla has reportedly stated that they intend to restart development on NV91 and 93, which are to create new vehicles smaller than the Model Y. Tesla China is reportedly exploring relaunching the compact submodel Y vehicle. The NV91 was initially intended to be a $25,000 model. However, it was paused in February 2024 because of strong price competition from BYD and other local automakers. Consequently, Tesla's sales for the first 3 quarters of 2025 had decreased by 5.9% compared to the last year. And basically, they know and have communicated a lot that cheaper EVs are really what is necessary here. They say that these cheaper models would replicate what was done with the Model Y standard, keeping much of the same driver assistance tech, while cutting out the luxury and comfort features along with decorative elements to save money. I believe another excellent approach they could take is to introduce a new vehicle, as we currently lack a comparison model. Right now, when we look at the Model Y standard, we say, look at all these downgrades that you're getting for $5,000 less. Does the amount saved actually justify all these reductions in quality? Versus if they introduce an entirely new vehicle at a low price point, and it just hasn't come with any upgraded features yet, I think it will do a lot better, at least in its perception. And then of course it will do better if it can actually cost $25,000. Now, of course, for the long future of Tesla, they are looking at AI and robotics. That is their main focus, and Part 4 of their master plan really emphasizes this. But for the meantime, they sell cars, and that's where their primary revenue comes from. They've done an excellent job so far, but they still lack these more affordable vehicles that people are eager to see. Today, we have some updates specifically regarding the Model Y. In China, the Model YL is doing remarkably well. and Tesla has just introduced the light interior option for this model. While this is a small update, it represents $1,120, and this is how it appears. That car seems to be particularly effective in increasing Tesla's sales over there, and we have been waiting a long time to see it in real life. We heard a lot of speculation about this car's release, and many assumed it would come to the US, but Elon Musk has stated it won't arrive until late next year due to self-driving. Other than the long-range rear-wheel drive Model Y, which is set to launch soon in China as the Model Y Plus. Today, Tesla insurance is one of the major products they offer across various states in the United States to help reduce ownership costs. And right now, Tesla is preparing to expand insurance into Florida. This is the first new U.S. state launch in years for this product, so if it proves successful here, Florida would become the first state added since Utah and Maryland joined over 3 years back. Currently, Tesla Insurance operates in 12 different states. Tesla Insurance is in Arizona, California, Colorado, Illinois, Maryland, Minnesota, Nevada, Ohio, Oregon, Texas, Utah, and Virginia. In California, the product differs slightly since it functions like traditional insurance. Tesla isn't allowed to use real-time data or telematics here because of regulatory limitations. In other regions, Tesla's insurance uses the Safety Score Beta version 2.2, which monitors driving habits such as hard braking, aggressive turning, and unsafe following. It tracks speeding, late-night driving, and unbuckled driving. In any case, it appears that Florida could be the next state to receive Tesla insurance, with the company also targeting additional markets like Georgia. Right now, Tesla insurance is just in the United States, but they are planning to offer it in Europe in the future. We'll see how well this product performs and how it grows internationally. Tesla says this helps them stay informed about their own situation, especially regarding the insurance costs for repairs on their cars. This lets them focus on engineering improvements. In closing today, there are updates from other tech companies and car makers. Apple has announced the new M5 chip in 3 products. The M5 chip has a GPU that is around 30% faster than the M4 chip. It also offers faster on-device AI and about 30% more memory bandwidth. The first device to feature this new chip is the M5 MacBook Pro, which will be available starting 22nd of this month. Overall, it appears to be a solid improvement to the base chip it comes with, while the higher trims continue to feature the M4 Pro and such. Furthermore, the M5 iPad Pro will also include all these improvements, but the significant update we've been hearing about is the second-generation Apple Vision Pro. The latest version improves performance, display, battery, and comfort. It also brings new features with Vision OS 26 and fresh spatial apps along with immersive content from Apple. With the M5 chip, the Vision Pro now renders 10% more pixels on custom micro OLED displays, enhancing text clarity and visual quality. It also supports a refresh rate of 120 Hz, reducing motion blur and providing smoother performance for Mac's Virtual Display. Then, AI performance is improved with the 16-core neural engine. This results in up to 50% faster Apple System AI features and twice the speed for third-party app performance. Then there's the new Comfortable Band, featuring a dual-rib 3D knitted design that enhances comfort, balance, and breathability, along with a fit dial for precise adjustments. This new band is said to fit small, medium, and large sizes, is available separately, and it's compatible with the earlier Vision Pro model. There are rumors that Apple is working on smart home display hubs, anticipated to cost around $350. This matches the launch price of the original HomePod. The first device planned is a 7-inch smart display that will serve as a central hub for home control. Currently, there are 2 versions reportedly being developed. The first is a tabletop design, similar to a HomePod mini with a display, while the second is a wall-mounted model. Apple is reportedly assembling these in Vietnam with a couple of new products, including a tabletop robot and an indoor security camera. Although I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see all of these products come to be. Regardless, it seems like they're entering this space, which has been growing a lot. Rumors suggest that BYD, a well-known Chinese company in the battery and electric vehicle sector, is collaborating with Apple to assist in the production of HomePods and the robots. These products have been rumored for quite some time, but it seems like we're finally getting a little more development here. And they've been pushed back because of slow developments with their Siri and AI systems. We'll see what this ends up being, but of course that $350 price point is more expensive than competitors like the Amazon Echo Show at around $220. Last up today over at Ford, they're cutting prices on the 2026 F-150 Lightning by up to $4,000. Flash trim starts at $65,995, while the Lariat has been reduced to $74,995, down by $2,000. Other trims maintain the previous pricing, so it seems like they're particularly targeting those two trims. The STX trim replaces the XLT trim and starts at $63,345. But it offers about 50 more miles of range using a 123 kilowatt per hour extended battery. Overall, it appears that for this product, we're seeing a lower price along with a boost in range, which ultimately is what everyone hopes to see with electric vehicles. That's the latest in tech and EV news for today. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next time.